I really enjoyed our visit to the Dry Tortugas. We left from Key West about 7:30 a.m. and traveled via a water ferry for about 2.5 hours further down the Keys. This was about 70 miles from Key West. The islands were named Tortugas because the island and surrounding area were known for the sea turtles. Tortugas is turtles in Spanish. It was named by Ponce de Leon, a Spanish explorer, on his first visit to the islands in 1513. Later, the word dry was added so that sailors and mariners knew that there was no fresh water to be found on the islands. In the Dry Tortugas, there was an old Civil War fort that was never completed on the upper levels. There is a moat around it, and they said that because of a flaw in the design, that while the military and their families inhabited the fort, the moat actually became sewer water. They said that the 10-acre fort was built on a 16-acre island, with 9 acres being the protected area inside the fort. It did look quite large. I believe it was 3 levels high, but the second and third levels were never fully completed. The fort is also the largest masonry structure in the Americas, over 16 million bricks. Just think about having to ship all of these materials to the island around the 1850s. It took them roughly 30 years to build it, and even then it wasn't 100% completed. The fort was constructed to sit atop cisterns that collected water. However, over time, these cisterns cracked and seawater came in. A lot of people did die because of yellow fever, and then a few years after that, a hurricane came sweeping through the area, creating further hardship on the inhabitants. It was also used as a prison during all this time, until it was finally abandoned in 1874. Through the small brick windows, it did give some pretty spectacular views. After we toured the fort, we had the chance to go snorkeling. It was my first time. I felt like I was hyperventilating when I put on the mask and then tried to breathe while my face was underwater. Very counterintuitive. But after a few minutes, I got the hang of it. It was a great snorkeling spot, and there was coral and fish everywhere. Jason and I spotted a few 3 to 4 foot tarpon, and apparently a shark was nearby as well. I didn't see it because I was already hugged up to Jason because I was scared of the huge fish. It was still an amazing experience, and I definitely want to do it again. At the end, we saw a sailboat sitting in the waters, and it made us think, what if one day that could be us?